This week in Warframe, May 7th to the 14th. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to be going over all the things that are coming up this week. And we got some goodies for you to know about. Nova Prime and Trinity Prime have entered the Prime Resurgence. So they are back right now. And you can see Nova holding a Soma. This is going to be important in a second, especially for making platinum. We have the Twitch drops right now, which are currently going on until May 10th. New news with Nightwave. Nightwave is ending. Nora's Mix Volume 3 will end Thursday, May 11th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the Nora's Mix Volume 4 is set to launch on May 18th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're basically going to have a week of downtime where there is no Nora, Nightwave, whatever. This time around, though, when she comes back on May 18th, she's going to be bringing some new goodies. We have Kate's Graith Sigil, that's a tongue twister, for me anyway, a Ocucore weapon augment, Infested Clawskin, Baruch Doan glyph, a Batacore weapon augment, Hero of Duviri display, a Fabled Gene Masking kit. This said, let's see, was this the one that it was? Yeah. So this unique Kubro DNA segment to manifest a creature from the storybook Tales of Duviri. Gene Masking kit is basically like this. Might be a whole new breed of Kubro or Kavad or whatever, or Kubro, I guess, but this is different. I wouldn't miss this. I would totally get this. Drifter Keeler suit, that's gonna be another thing that's happening. As far as this week goes, we covered Borrow, and I went over some, to spend plat or not to spend plat, whatever. Arch Harbor Owl puzzle, and the best buys this week. We got a Limbo build video, a Nova build video, and my Frost build video right here. I'm really liking the titles on this. I posted this yesterday. Battle Angel Waifu sets record for longest quickie. That got 2.5k views in 24 hours. I'm pretty, I don't know. The title makes me laugh. Anyway, let's go over this really quick because this is gonna interest a lot of you. So, the Incarnon weapons, which we're gonna go over again in this video. We had week 1, week 2 just passed. So now this week, we're gonna have Lex Magistar, Boltor, Bronco, Ceramic Dagger. I will be picking the Magistar and the Boltor. I know a lot of people are probably gonna pick Lex. There may be a decent amount of people that pick Bronco, but personally, I don't care so much about those two weapons. And the Ceramic Dagger, I don't care either. So I'm going with Magistar and Boltor. Boltor is the one I am most excited about for this week. And then the upcoming weeks, I'd say probably Miter Atmos for myself is what I would pick. I don't think everybody's going to do these two, but those are the two I'm looking forward to most. Then week 5, I'm looking forward to Soma, and at the moment, I guess Burstin, but I might change my mind. But definitely Soma by that time. And then for week 6, it's probably just going to be 2 Stalker weapons. Haven't figured out which ones I'll pick yet. Maybe Dread and Despair. But either way, we have that upcoming. And I'll show you guys in a minute. Also want to state that Rune Marrow still is a little busted if you guys are in the Undercroft. If you have a booster on, a resource booster, and you are your Warframe, you will not get double Rune Marrow. If you are your operator, however, when you pick it up, you will get double Rune Marrow if you have a resource booster on. So that's still busted. The last little bit of news I want to go over before we get into all the shops that we have today is that I've decided to start doing like voice chat group sessions of trade chat. We did this last week and a lot of people made a lot of plat. I myself, being a part of it, also made like, I think 1,000 plat in a little under 2 hours. I even did last week's call missions too. This is right after I made last week's video. So anybody that's a VIP in my Discord or a Patreon of mine, you guys will be able to get into these voice chat sessions, and I will post the videos on my Patreon for all Patreons to view. But that being said, call right here is on the Grenier base this week. If you've never missed a call mission before, then you'll have Deathless, Blow Up Good, Break Normer Veils, Made for This, Scavenged Davage Pumper parts, and the Zap Deacon's Good. We have an Amber Archon Shard this week in Chipper's store. Also, weekly reminder with the Gifts of the Lotus, we have new missions in right now. So we have an Infested Salvage for a Rhino Dex skin, and we have a defense mission for the Dex Dakra. Also, a reminder for Maru's weekly Ayatan treasure. As far as the invasion weapons or missions goes, the only thing we really have is a Twin Viper Wraith Link versus a Dara Vandal stock, and that doesn't have much time left on it. Steel Path for the next 24 hours. We have a Sabotage, Rescue, Interception, Assault, and Survival mission. Sortie today was a Sabotage, a Rescue, and an Assassination, and it was pretty quick. The Archon this week is Amar, and he has a Crimson Archon Shard. The missions are Mobile Defense, Excavation, and the Showdown. For Nora's Nightwave missions this week, which you'll have less than a week to do these, got 3 days and 17 hours from now. We got kill 300 enemies using a Necromech, kill or capture an Eidolon Hydralist, mine rare gems or ore in Orb Valis, complete 5 scans for Cephalon Samaris, kill 500 enemies, plunder one of Alavi's secret laboratories on Jupiter, 3 capture missions. Yesterday's daily was kill 31 or 150 enemies with blast damage, and today's daily is install an augment mod on your Warframe. As far as her credit offerings this week, which reminder, you gotta spend your credits before this is over because they will not carry over to the next Nightwave. So all the credits you have stocked up, spend as many as you can. I don't recommend buying these because you're better off buying mods and then selling the mods and using the platinum to buy these because you'll make more of these if you do it that way. But Loot Detector, Deadeye, Sniper, Scavenger, EMP Aura, Physique, Infested, Impotence, and the ones that I would recommend would be Physique and Deadeye. Maybe a few Loot Detectors too. Might probably be able to find people that are looking for these in Trade Chat. And then the other mods that she has are Ambush Optics for the Rubico, Rumbled for Atlas, Skull Shots for the Viper, Power of 3 for Ivara, Recharge Barrier for Vault, Double Tap for the Latron. As far as the Incarnons this week in the circuit, we're looking at Lex Incarnon Genesis, Magistar Incarnon Genesis, they're all Genesis, I guess, but Boltor, Bronco, and Ceramic Dagger, as I gone over previously. And again, this week we're going, no, you know what? I'll take it back. I want this one first. Absolutely. And then Magistar second. Okay, tier 5 and 10. Commit to these. Yes, we will. And then I don't know if this changes for everybody else too, but this is what we got going on here. I'm just, whatever. I'm not even going to bother with that. Cryo rounds. I don't see anything super important. Arcane Arachne, Wall Latchets, whatever. Okay. So that's what's going on with the Incarnon weapons this week. We have with Akrithis in her new store, which I've been visiting daily, and I kind of recommend you do too. This kind of flips around with a bunch of goodies. So she's got a pistol river. We're going to grab the secondary shiver that she currently has. We're going to pick that up as well. So she has second arcane adapters, primary adapters. Teshin has these too, and I don't recommend spending, especially the fact, really 25 Pathos clamps. I don't recommend this at all. I would just do Steel Path, and if you're gonna buy these, just buy them from Teshin. I don't recommend doing it here, especially since Duviri is still a little wonky. It's getting better, but it's still, they got to work on it a little bit more, because we're currently doing Aura Worm story quests or whatever, the 20 minutes to get through the Aura Worm, and it's bugging a lot of the times as we go through it. But as you can see, that didn't stop me because I still have a bunch of Pathos clamps that we're getting from doing Aura Worm anyway. So it bugs sometimes. Most of the time it's been good, but it needs work. Anyway, Undercroft Park Scene, Pistol Riven, which we're going to grab as well, and we'll skip on this, but that's what she got in her store right now. Also, while we're here, you know who we're going to visit. Archimedean Yanta. Trade for Void Plumes. This is your reminder to do this. Grab your Void Plume Pinion if you don't have it already. Why? Well, if you've ever seen these videos before, you know why. We got our Kuva. 35,000 Kuva for 5 Void Plume Pinions. Teshin this week, as per usual, has his Veiled Riven Cipher. He also has 50,000 Kuva for only 55 Steel Essence. And these primary arcane adapters, look at them. They're cheaper than the Pathos clamps. I don't even know what they were smoking. It's easier to get these. It's easier to get Steel Essence, and it's just, I don't know. I don't know what they're on about, but totally get these here from Teshin instead of Akrithis. All right, let's see what everybody's favorite suppository has this week. He has a Tenant Ferox, 56% with electricity. That 56 is all you need. Sold. Just totally grab that. If you don't got this yet, grab yourself a 56 one, because if you fuse this one more time, you are capping at 60. GG's, game over. So we got a Grigori that is Impact 32%, a Livia that is Toxin 26%, an Exec that is 26% Heat, and an Agendus that is 52% cold. That's another 2 fusions, I think, and then that should be done. So yeah, currently the Agendus worth getting, but I would prioritize the Ferox first if you have to choose between one or the other. That's fantastic. Paladino this week at Iron Wake has a Riven mod, as per usual. 2 Riven mods, actually. We got a melee out of that. Okay, not too shabby. And another Riven mod. We got a pistol Riven out of that. Not too shabby. Also, remember, another 35,000 Kuva. So, good place to dump your Riven slivers, since by now a lot of you, if you've been playing a while, probably have tons and tons of these. And then for our invigorations this week, this is unique to everybody, but a good reminder for y'all to check this out. It might help on the circuit or Duviri or anything. So we have, for Urelli, 200% ability strength plus 1,000 armor. For Gara, we have 100% ability range plus 5 jump resets. And for Banshee, we have 250% secondary damage and 1,000 health. And that about wraps it up for this week. Thank you, everybody that is hanging out and everything. I'm live on Twitch right now, but I'm going to go edit this video and post it for you. If you guys aren't already considering becoming a Patreon, do so, because we're going to help you make extra platinum in these meetings that we're going to have weekly. Or however it works for everybody. But anyway, that being said, love your faces. I'll see you guys in the next one.